Okay, because it's the beginning of turn 3, 4 of the 5 major nations get to try and roll for their tech now. So the way that this works under the BBR is each nation that is in phase 3 rolls one 6-sided die. If they get a 6, they pay $6 and their tech is activated at the beginning of turn 3. If they get anything else, that's what they pay this round, and then they get a chance to roll for their tech at the beginning of turn 4. We're just going to do each country in order, and this will be how much they have to pay for their tech this round. Any 6s mean that the tech automatically gets activated. So we're going to start with the Russians. And the Russians roll a 5, which is the worst possible thing that you can get because it's the most money you can spend without getting your tech. So the Russians are going to have to pay $5 to advance their tech this turn. The Japanese only have to pay $2, but they don't get their tech. The Americans have to pay $5 for their tech. And the Brits get their tech, but they have to pay $6 to do it. Okay. All right, so I will save all of these and let people know at the beginning of each round exactly what they owe. Okay, welcome to Germany turn 3. So Germany has $51 to spend. If you remember from last time, they're a round behind everybody else in the tech. So they will advance their tech to phase 3, and they'll get to roll for it next turn. So they're going to spend $4 on that. They're going to buy 2 artillery for $8 and 4 men for $12. So 8 and 12 is 20. They're going to buy a tank for 6. They're going to buy a strategic bomber for 12. They're going to buy a destroyer for 8, and they're going to save $1 for the next turn. They are declaring a series of attacks, a couple of walk-ins, but also some actual rolling that has to be done. First and foremost, they're going to send their submarine into Sea Zone 109 to attack the Canadian and the British transport that are stationed there. He's also bringing the rest of the Navy into Sea Zone 91, and he will be performing 2 amphibious assaults there. The transport containing an infantry and an artillery from Holland, Belgium is going to land in Gibraltar unopposed. A transport containing a tank and an infantry is going to land in French West Africa unopposed in Sea Zone 87, which he can make 1, 2, 3, coming from an airbase. And then the third transport, which is a tank and an infantry from Holland, Belgium, is going to land in Morocco. Now the Gibraltar and Morocco attacks will also be supported by paradrops. 2 infantry from Germany, West Germany, and another 2 infantry from West Germany. 2 of them will go to Morocco, and 2 of them will go to Gibraltar. The final attack is a naval attack on Sea Zone 97. And he's going to be coming in with 2 fighters and 3 tactical bombers from Holland, Belgium. And the fighter from Western Germany. He's going to be going into that sea zone. He is going to be using his tactical bomber first strike capabilities, target select capabilities, so he's going to try and see if he can end this without the French destroyers shooting back. So we'll see how that works. There are a couple of battles to be rolled, so I will set those up in a sec, and we'll get going. Okay, it's the battle for Sea Zone 109. Remember, in the BBR, if there are at least 2 transports in the water, it is not an auto kill. They will get a defense, but the sub still has first strike capability. So if it does hit, it sinks 1 and then auto kills the last one. So we'll see how that works. So the sub shoots at a 2. Misses. The 2 subs together defend at a 1. Miss. Sub shoots at a 2. Miss. Defend at a 1. Miss. Sub shoots at a 2. Hit. So that kills one of them. A single transport does not defend by itself, so the second one is now auto-killed. So both transports are sunk, and as an added bonus, the sub is now convoying C-Zone 109. This is the amphibious assault on Morocco. The German transport Shift 10 Thor is dropping off an infantry and a tank. The German carrier, the Graf Zeppelin, has a fighter and a tactical bomber, which will be using its target select. And then there are offshore shots from the cruiser Prinz Eugen and the battleship Bismarck. But let's do the target select first, because this might be a really, really quick battle. And it is. Okay. The French do not get to shoot back, and the battle's over with no German casualties. Okay, this is the attack on C-Zone 97. The French destroyers Le Fortune and Verdun are being attacked by 3 fighters and 3 tactical bombers. The tactical bombers are going to use their target select, 2 of them on one destroyer and 1 of them on the second destroyer. So let's for the first 2, and that's a hit. So 1 destroyer is out of action, and then the last one, hit. So the destroyers do not get a chance to shoot back, and the battle is over with no German casualties at all. It didn't make any difference to the outcome, but my apologies. In the Morocco attack, of course, there should have been 2 paratroopers as well. We'll just put them there for non-combat, but it doesn't really matter, because there were no casualties on the German side, so it didn't really make any difference. Okay, so in terms of non-combat, we'll start down here in Gibraltar and Morocco. The fighters that were involved in the Morocco attack are going to land back on the Graf Zeppelin carrier. The 2 transport planes that were involved in the Gibraltar and Morocco assaults will both land in Algeria with the Italians. Okay, moving up here. The 3 tanks in Normandy, Bordeaux are going to drive to northern Italy. The 1 tank in Holland, Belgium is going to go to Germany. The 3 infantry and 2 artillery from Western Germany are going to be railed into Slovakia, Hungary. The anti-aircraft in Poland is going to move back into Germany, and 2 of the 3 infantry from Poland are going to go into Slovakia, Hungary. 1 of the 2 infantry from Romania will go to Slovakia, Hungary as well. Oh, what else am I missing? Oh, yeah. The transport from 113 will end up in 112, and we have to land all the planes down here. So, the planes that participated in the attack on C-Zone 97, 1 fighter and 2 tactical bombers are going to land back at the airbase in Western Germany, and 2 fighters and a tactical bomber are going to land in southern Italy to help support the airbase there, I'm assuming, and probably to try and defend that lone little transport in C-Zone 95. I don't think I've missed any other movements. I think that's all of them. So let me tidy up the board, and we'll be back with placement and money. Okay, in terms of placements, we're going to put a destroyer in 112. We're going to put a tank, 4 infantry, and 1 artillery in Germany. And we're going to put 1 artillery and 1 strategic bomber in West Germany. Okay, in terms of income, there are 2 changes to be made to the income chart, both coming at the expense of France. French West Africa and Morocco are now German, and Gibraltar is German, although it's not worth any IPCs. So $2 up for Germany and $2 down for France on the income tracker. So Germany was at 41, it's now at 43. France was at 8, it's now at 6. Dwindling, dwindling, dwindling. Okay, so what that means is the Germans get $43. They get a $5 national objective for controlling Denmark and Norway while Sweden remains neutral. They get a $5 national objective for not being at war with Russia, and they kept $1 from their last turn. So they're going to have $54 to spend at the beginning of turn 4. So that's going to go into their treasury. Okay. In terms of unit dispositions. So let's have a look here what we're dealing with. In C-Zone 87, there is a German transport. In French West Africa, there's a German infantry and tank. In C-Zone 91, there are 2 German transports. There is a German carrier with a tactical bomber and a fighter. There's a German cruiser and a German battleship. In Gibraltar, there are 3 infantry and 1 artillery. In Morocco, there are 3 infantry and 1 tank. In southern Italy, there are 2 fighters and a tactical bomber. In Greece, there are 3 tanks and 5 infantry. In northern Italy, there are 3 tanks. In Normandy, Bordeaux, there are 3 mechanized infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 anti-aircraft. In Holland, Belgium, there is an infantry and an anti-aircraft, along with the air base that they built there last turn. Way up in C-Zone 112, there's a new destroyer and a transport. In West Germany, there are 2 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 tank, 2 anti-aircraft artillery, 1 fighter, 2 tactical bombers, and 1 strategic bomber. In Germany proper, in the capital, there is an anti-aircraft artillery, a regular artillery, 2 tanks, 4 infantry. In Poland, there is a single infantry. In Slovakia, Hungary, there are now 4 artillery, 1 anti-aircraft artillery, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 infantry. In Romania, there is a single infantry. And way up in Finland, there are, looks like, what is that, 6? I think it's 6. Should be 6. 6 infantry, yeah. So, there is 1 more German unit on the board in C-Zone 109. There is a submarine convoying the British right now. Okay, so that's the German turn. The Russians are up next. FF Cecil is going to have some work to do countering the German buildup in Slovakia, Hungary. So we'll see what he chooses to do about that. Sorry, 2 more units. 2 air transports, 2 strategic bombers currently designated air transport in Algeria with the Italians. So that's now all the German units.